Building wealth is a gradual process that often goes unnoticed until you take a moment to reflect on your financial journey. For many people, the signs of wealth accumulation aren't always immediately apparent, especially if they're not actively focused on saving, investing, or managing money. However, there are certain habits and financial behaviors that indicate you're on the right path. In this video, we'll explore the top 10 signs that suggest you're building wealth without even realizing it. These signs will not only help you understand where you stand financially but also reinforce the positive financial habits that are contributing to your long-term success. 1. Your net worth is increasing gradually. One of the clearest signs you're building wealth without realizing it is the gradual increase in your net worth. Net worth is calculated by subtracting your liabilities, debts, from your assets, property, savings, investments. Over time, as you pay off debt, grow your investments, and increase your assets, your net worth will rise. This steady growth is a clear indicator that you're making progress toward building wealth. If you're consistently seeing this increase, even without paying it much attention, it's a positive sign that you're on the right financial track. 2. You're not relying on credit for daily expenses. If you find yourself relying less on credit cards and loans for day-to-day expenses, it's a strong sign that you're building wealth. People who are building wealth typically have the financial stability to pay for their daily expenses with cash or debit, avoiding high-interest debt. Over time, as your savings grow and your debt decreases, your financial behavior shifts away from borrowing for non-essential purchases. If you're able to live within your means without constantly carrying credit card debt, you're making strides toward building wealth. 3. You have a healthy emergency fund. Having an emergency fund is one of the fundamental steps in building wealth. If you've started setting aside money for unexpected expenses and are maintaining a healthy cash reserve, you're already building a solid foundation for financial security. A fully funded emergency fund helps you avoid going into debt when life throws you curveballs, such as medical emergencies, car repairs, or job loss. If you've been steadily growing your emergency fund, even without consciously focusing on it, it's a good sign that you're financially secure and on the path to wealth. 4. Your investments are growing, even if you haven't paid attention. Many people who are building wealth have investments that are growing over time, even without actively managing them. If you've invested in stocks, mutual funds, retirement accounts, such as a 401k or IRA, or real estate, the value of these investments can increase over time, especially with the power of compound interest. If you've set up automatic contributions to your investments and have allowed them to grow with the market, you might be surprised at how much your wealth has grown without having to actively track or manage your portfolio. 5. You have a good credit score. A strong credit score is another sign that you're building wealth without even realizing it. Building wealth often involves managing debt wisely, which results in paying bills on time, maintaining low credit card balances, and avoiding late payments. These habits lead to an excellent credit score, which opens the door to favorable interest rates on loans, mortgages, and credit cards. If you've been making timely payments and keeping your debt manageable, your credit score should be steadily improving, reflecting your overall financial health and wealth-building progress. 6. You're accumulating assets over time. If you've noticed that you're accumulating assets, whether through real estate, investments, or even valuable personal property, this is a clear sign you're building wealth. Assets appreciate over time, and by consistently making smart financial decisions and investments, you're gradually increasing your wealth. Whether it's a home, rental properties, or a growing portfolio of stocks and bonds, the more assets you own, the more financial stability you have. Accumulating these assets without actively thinking about it is a sign that you're on the right path. 7. You're avoiding lifestyle inflation. Many people who are building wealth without realizing it are avoiding lifestyle inflation, the tendency to increase spending as income rises. Instead of spending more money on luxury items or upgrading your lifestyle every time you get a raise or bonus, you're making smart financial decisions and choosing to save, invest, or pay down debt. By resisting the urge to upgrade your lifestyle, you're allowing your wealth to grow steadily. If you find that your spending habits haven't changed much, even as your income increases, you're likely building wealth without realizing it. 8. You're contributing regularly to retirement accounts. If you've been contributing regularly to your retirement accounts, such as a 401k, IRA, or pension plan, even without much effort or attention, it's a clear sign you're building wealth. These retirement accounts grow over time, and thanks to tax advantages and compound interest, they play a significant role in your long-term wealth accumulation. Consistently contributing to your retirement accounts, even if you're not actively monitoring them, can result in a sizable nest egg for the future, helping you build wealth over time. 9. You're paying off debt consistently. Building wealth involves reducing liabilities, and one of the most significant ways to do that is by paying off debt. If you've been consistently paying down debt, whether student loans, mortgages, or credit card balances, without thinking too much about it, you're making great progress in building wealth. By paying down your debt, you free up more money for savings and investments, which helps grow your wealth over time. If you're not relying on debt and are steadily reducing your liabilities, it's a strong sign that you're building wealth. 10. You feel financially comfortable in emergencies. A major indicator that you're building wealth is the ability to handle unexpected situations without financial stress. If you find that you have the resources to manage unexpected emergencies, such as medical expenses, car breakdowns, or home repairs, without going into debt, it shows that your financial situation is strong. The combination of having an emergency fund, steady income, and a growing savings account makes it easier to weather life's storms, and this financial comfort is a clear sign that you're building wealth without even realizing it. Building wealth is a gradual process that often goes unnoticed in the day-to-day hustle. Many of the signs that indicate you're on the right path to financial success are subtle and can appear over time, without active focus or attention. If you're gradually increasing your net worth, reducing debt, maintaining good credit, and investing for the future, you are likely building wealth without realizing it. The key takeaway is that wealth building doesn't require grand gestures or flashy moves. It's about developing consistent, smart financial habits over time. By recognizing the signs that you're on the right path, you can continue to nurture these habits and achieve long-term financial success.